Good afternoon, students. Am I audible? Good afternoon. Am I audible, Tasi?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. 9 participants. Wait for another 1 minute, okay? Then we will start.
Okay.
Only 14. Okay. Then we'll start the class, okay? And let them come in. Okay. So yesterday we have already discussed about open channel flow. So basically, open channel flow is you can see here the passage in which the liquid is not completely enclosed by a solid boundary, or we can say we have a free surface. If you can see in the figure 1.1, this is the boundary of the channel, and see the topmost portion of the channel is exposed to atmosphere, or you can say free surface. So those channel are called open channel. Okay, and the flowing through those channel are called open channel flow. Okay, clear? So the pipe flow is a closed one. Okay, and in open channel, your topmost portion is open, or you can say exposed to atmosphere. Okay, or you can say in other words free surface. Okay, so that's why it is also called as free surface flow. You can say it's an open channel flow, or you can also call free surface flow. So open channel flow flows under gravitational force. You can see here the pressure due to component of gravity. So the gravitational force is the main component force in open channel. Okay, it flows under gravity. Whereas in pipe flow, whereas in pipe flow, there will be some pressure we need to apply. If we use a pump, we use suction force to lift up the water. So here in open channel, it is only flowing through gravity. So here, those hydrostatic pressure, you can see those things we are going to discuss in later on. Okay. So again, we are going to discuss in next chapter. So now we are going to skip this part. Okay. Am I audible?
Sir.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yes, sir, you are
So yeah,
audible.
yesterday we have already discussed that we have two types of open channel. One is your natural channel, and one is man-made, or you can say artificial. So natural channel is your river, and man-made is your canal, irrigation canal, or you can say drains, or you can say your sewer system, or you can say that channel we have in our lab, that is also a man-made, or you can say artificial channel. So our next topic is your examples of open channel flow. Those things you can write it down. That natural channel is your rivers. Then you have irrigation canals, sewers, culverts, pipes not running full. That means the upper part or topmost portion should be exposed to atmosphere. Then only you can say it's a open channel flow. Otherwise, it's a pipe flow. Okay. So don't confuse. Here it is written flow in pipes not running full. That means the topmost portion is exposed to atmosphere. Okay. So these are the examples. So what are the forces in open channel? Your first one is a gravitational. We have already discussed. Second is your inertia force. Third is surface tension. See, practically we have surface tension definitely, but most of the time we neglect that surface tension in open channel flow. Okay, so we have viscous force, and the last one is a friction, or you can say resistance due to friction. Okay, those things, just friction, we are going to discuss again. We have Sages equation, we have Manning's equation. I think those things you have already learned, but we are going to discuss in details here in this subject. Okay, about your Manning's and your Sages. So yeah, this is important. See, in figure 1.2, you can see here, you can see the two figure. Left hand side is for your pipe flow, right hand side is for open channel flow. Okay. See, now we are going to differentiate between pipe flow and open channel flow. So if you see in this figure, right figure, you can see in the right figure, See, what we did, see, we all know that open channel flow is flowing due to gravity. That means it always flowing from a upstream to the downstream. That means from a higher elevation to the lower elevation. If you see our river, it's always generate to a hilly areas and it's flowing towards in the downstream end, that is in the plain area. As we are having flood in Assam. Why? Because our neighboring states are hilly states. Okay, so that's why the water is flowing from hilly states and then it accumulated in our state. So that's why we have flood problem. Okay, so here in this diagram you can see we have considered two sections. One is in upstream and number two section is in the downstream. Okay, so here this is your channel bed or you can say bottom of the channel. Okay, this thing is your channel bed or bottom of the channel. So now we have measured in that particular section 1 the depth of flow and is denoted by y1. Okay, and then we measure the velocity for that particular location 1 and it is denoted by v1. Okay, and then water is flowing and then we have considered another section. So here we can consider here is your distance is 0. Okay, then we travel some distance, suppose x distance, and then we consider another section 2. Okay, here then again we measure the depth of flow here, that is y2. Then we measure the velocity, that is we have denoted by v2. Okay, see, what is our idea is to find out the total energy. Again, see, we yesterday we have already discussed when we talk about energy, total energy is the summation of kinetic energy head, this one, then potential energy head, this one, and the datum head. Okay, so if you add all these three, you will get total energy. Is it clear? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible. Please, please.
Okay. Is it clear? No.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if we add all the three energy head, we will get total energy. So what is our objective is to we find out the total energy of section 1, then we find out the energy of section 2, and we find out the losses of energy. Okay, how much energy it lost when water flowing from section 1 to section 2. Okay, so when we measure this total energy, or we can say when we calculate this energy, we have to calculate with reference to some line. Okay, that reference line is called datum line. Okay, that reference line is called your datum line. Datum line is nothing but your imaginary line beneath the earth surface. Okay, suppose we are calculating section 1 total energy in section 1 with reference to datum line, so that we are calculating the total energy for section 2 with the with reference to the same datum line. Okay, so datum line is nothing but your reference line, or you can say imaginary line beneath the earth's surface. You can draw here or here, it doesn't matter. Okay, so from the datum line, from the channel sorry, to the channel bottom is called your potential head, that is Z1. If it is in section 1, it's Z1. If it is section 2, it's Z2. So this is your potential head. Sorry, it is a datum head. Okay, from datum line or your reference line to the bottom of the channel or bed of the channel is your datum head. Okay. This second, from the bottom of the channel to the level of water. Okay, that is your potential head, or you can say in open channel is your depth of flow. Okay, and the upper portion is your kinetic energy head. So we all know kinetic energy is half mv square, I think, right?
Yes, sir.
So kinetic energy is half mv square. So but here we are going to consider head. Okay, so is equal to half mv square. Okay, so we have half. Okay, mass into velocity square. Do you know what is weight? Weight is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity,
Yes.
right? Weight is mass into acceleration due to gravity. So mass is weight by, so you can write mass is equal to weight by acceleration due to gravity. Okay, right? So in this so in place of mass, you can write weight by gravity. Okay, so in place of mass, you can write weight by gravity. Okay, in place of mass, weight by gravity. So your kinetic energy head is nothing but your kinetic energy divided by weight. Okay, so here in place of mass, you can substitute weight by gravity. So weight will be cancelled out. We'll be having v square by 2g. Okay, that is why v square by 2g. I think you have studied about your Bernoulli's theorem. In that theorem also, what you have written v square by 2g. So that is your kinetic head. So it's a kinetic head, and it's how it's coming v square by 2g. This is the calculation, or you can say derivation. Okay, so kinetic energy is half mv square. Our kinetic energy head is kinetic energy divided by weight. Okay, so in place of mass, we can write weight by acceleration due to gravity. So you substitute here weight by gravity, weight will be cancelled out. So 2 will be coming down. So v square by 2g. Okay. So that's why our kinetic energy head is v square by 2g. And it's similar to both the case. In pipe flow also it's same. And for open channel flow is also it's same. V square by 2g. So what is this HGL is hydraulic gradient line. Okay. This HGL is hydraulic gradient line, and this is total energy line. See, in section 1 and in section 2, if you join the total energy of section 1 and section 2 with a straight line, that is called total energy line. Okay, if the depth of flow in section 1 and in section 2, if you join by a straight line, that is called hydraulic gradient line. Okay, okay. See, yesterday I asked you about your specific energy, because we have a unit called specific energy. So I think you have understood now what is total energy. Now, if we calculate this energy with respect to this bottom of the channel, if we calculate this energy with respect to bottom of the energy, then that energy is called specific energy. That means in specific energy, you will be having only two components. One is kinetic energy head, and the second one is your potential energy head. Okay, understood? If anyone asks you what is specific energy is the energy we calculate with respect to the bottom of the channel. Okay, so in specific energy we will be having only two, that is your kinetic energy head and potential energy head. If we add datum head, then the energy will be total energy. Okay, so that is the difference between your specific energy and total energy. Total energy we calculate with reference to your datum line, and specific energy we calculate with reference to your bottom of the channel.
Bottom of the channel.
Yes,
Sir,
yes.
some people are requesting to get admitted.
Okay, yeah, it's not clear. Can you repeat?
Sir, like other students are asking to be admitted in the
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay, can anyone help me out with the attendance thing? Tasi, can you help me
I
out?
don't quite saying here. Yes, sir. Am I supposed to write the name in
You
paper?
just write down the enrollment ID, or
Okay, sir.
all students are requested to write your enrollment ID in the chat box. Okay. From there,
Okay, sir.
actually, when the meeting ends, there is no record of attendance. Okay. So that's why please help me out with this. Okay. And when we are presenting, na, the chat box is not coming. Okay. We have to go and again we have to open the chat box. Then only you can see. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
once the meeting ends, so there will be no record of even the recording also. No, there students, how many students are present, only that participants, total participants is there. Okay, the details are not
Okay,
there.
sir.
So you kindly keep the record. Okay,
Okay, sir.
and don't give proxy. Okay. Thank you.
No, sir, I won't give.
Okay, now I will check. Participants is 24. If attendance is more than 30, then I think it will be a big issue. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So see, so our objective is to differentiate. Okay. So here, if you see in the first diagram in figure 1.2, this is a pipe flow. So why I am explaining the second figure, because this subject is related to open channel flow. Okay. So that's why I am describing you in details about what is this thing or how to calculate. So pipe flow we are not going to discuss much, but I like to differentiate between the two. Say first, our kinetic energy head is same, V1 square by 2G. Okay. But the potential head in pipe flow is P by small w. That is, you can say specific weight, or you can also say it's a unit weight. Okay. You can say specific weight. Specific weight is nothing but your specific weight is equal to density multiplied by acceleration due to gravity. Okay. Rho into G. This is rho. Okay. Density multiplied by acceleration due to gravity. So here in open channel, our potential head is depth of flow, and in pipe flow, our potential head is P1 by specific weight, or you can say unit weight. Okay, that is the difference between your pipe flow and open channel flow. Another one, we don't have free surface here in pipe flow. We have free surface in open channel flow. Okay, so this is a very important questions. We can from exam point of view, so you can expect these questions. Okay, so here the difference between pipe flow and open channel flow. See, the total energy potential, sorry, the datum head plus potential head plus kinetic energy head. Okay, so here in open channel we have, similarly we have datum head, potential head and kinetic energy head. So here only the difference is in potential head. In pipe flow we have P by W, that is specific weight, and in open channel it will be Y, that is depth of flow. So that liquidity runs flow or no free surface, we have free surface in open channel flow. Flow takes place under pressure, and here is a component of gravity force in the direction of flow. Okay. See here in pipe flow, analysis of flow becomes simpler, or it can say simple, than the open channel flow due to uniform cross section. See, when we consider about pipe flow, our cross section is constant throughout the pipe. But when we talk about natural channel, or you can consider river, the width of the channel is changing. Okay, and then we don't have a specific cross section, it's a irregular. Okay, and then the direction also, it's not at the same direction, means the course of the river is changing. Okay, so those are things, so that's why our analysis in pipe flow is very much simple or simpler than open channel flow. Okay, then that roughness also in pipe flow, it depends on the material of the pipe. Okay, in open channel it depends on the bed of the channel. Then again the bed of the channel for a particular river is changing. In upstream your bed may be of hilly areas, then when you come up at the downstream end, then you have a sandy bed. Okay, then roughness you calculate in the upstream, that not be same, or it impossible to same in throughout the channel, it's again changing. Okay, so those things are very much complicated in open channel. Okay, so again this hydraulic grade line is at a height of Py specific weight plus datum head. Okay, whereas here Z plus Y in open channel. So surface tension force is dominant in if diameter is small, and surface tension is almost negligible. We neglect surface tension in open channel flow, whereas in pipe flow we consider surface tension force. Surface tension in open channel only we consider when there is a very low depth. Okay. So our next topic is type of open channel. So first types is based on whether the channel is man-made or not. Okay. So we have these things we have already discussed. One is natural channel, and next one is artificial channel. The natural channel is all rivers, and artificial channel your irrigation canal, drains, culvert. That flume is nothing but your that experimental flume. Okay, that we have in our lab. Okay, so next classification is based on the shape of the channel. That means that man-made channel, suppose we consider irrigation canal. So we constructed that canal of what type of shape? If we construct it with rectangular channel, so that's why the base of the shape of the channel. If it is it can be rectangular. That irrigation canal, man-made canal, can be rectangular shape, can be trapezoidal, can be triangular, can be parabolic, can be exponential, and circular. So we have a concept of wide rectangular. Any one of you have any idea about wide rectangular channel? Any idea about wide rectangular channel?
Drains.
When we can say that this rectangular channel is wide rectangular channel? Any idea? At least give some response, yes or no. If no, then we can proceed.
No, sir.
No, sir. Okay, fine. Okay, those things are very important. Okay, when channel is considered to be white rectangular, just give me 1 minute. I'll explain. Okay. Suppose this is our sorry. This is a rectangular channel of this is the level of water. This is the level of water. Okay. Hmm. So suppose this is 1 meter. Depth of flow is 1 meter. Okay. This width of the channel is 100 meter. Okay. So what will be its perimeter, weighted perimeter? What will be its weighted perimeter?
200.
Depth of flow is 1 meter. Width of the channel is 100 meter, and it's a rectangular channel.
Yes, sir.
So it will be 1 meter plus 100 meter plus another 1 meter. So it will be 102. Correct? Is it correct? Understood, na? I think you know how to calculate weighted perimeter. This is 1 meter, this is 100 meter, and this is again 1 meter. So your weighted perimeter is 102 meter. If you find out the area, sorry, if you find out the area, what will be area for a rectangular channel? 1 into 100, length into breadth, right? So this is our 100
Yes,
meter length and depth is 1 meter. So it will be 100 meter square.
right.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
correct, na? Then do you know what is R? R is hydraulic radius, that is area divided by weighted perimeter. Okay, area divided by weighted perimeter. So area is your 100. Okay, so you can say, see that your weighted perimeter and your area, okay, almost same, 102 or 100. Or you can say that your depth is as compared to your width of the channel is very less. Okay, when you consider depth, see if your width is 100 meter and you see your depth of flow is 1 meter, then we can say this Hatasi. Yes,
No, sir, nothing.
It's okay. Okay, see. So with respect to the width of the channel, if your depth is very small, then we can say those channel is wide rectangular channel. Okay. If you see that weighted perimeter and your area is almost same. Okay. So those channel you can say wide rectangular when your depth of flow is much smaller as compared to the width of the channel. See, in your wide rectangular channel, you can consider in wide rectangular channel you can consider your weighted perimeter is equal to width of the channel. Okay. So what is the width of the channel is 100. What is your weighted perimeter is 102. So it doesn't make much difference by this 2 meter. Okay. So that's why in wide rectangular channel, this clause is considered that your weighted perimeter is equal to width of the channel. Understood? So when someone asks you when the channel is wide rectangular, when your weighted perimeter is almost equal to width of the channel, that channel is called wide rectangular. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So wide rectangular is the channel where your width of the channel is almost equal to the weighted perimeter. Okay. So that means your depth of flow is much less when you compare with the width of the channel. Okay. So here we have another thing, compound channel. Those things we are going to discuss in later classes. Okay. And this, if you say I, this is your irregular shape. Natural channel is always irregular in shape. You can see this is your natural channel of irregular shape. Okay. This is your wide rectangular and this is your circular. This is your exponential and parabolic, triangular, trapezoidal. See, in trapezoidal, we can directly use trapezoidal equation to find out the area, or else we can divide it into two triangle and one rectangular. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So these are the basic things we I think you already have studied. Okay. Now that number three. Okay. So we are here in the types of flow. Types of flow, sorry, types of open channel. First one is based on the man-made or not. Second is the shape of the channel. And third one is based on boundary characteristics. So say when our natural channel, okay, our natural channel are always mobile boundary. Okay. And our man-made channel, those are artificial channel. It may be mobile or it may be boundary channel. Those things we are going to discuss in details. Okay. Or in irrigation subject also, we are going to discuss about those things, line canal and unlined channels. Okay. Those things we are going to discuss in next chapter. What is line canal or what is rigid boundary or what do you mean by mobile boundary? But always remember, you see, where rivers are always mobile boundary. Okay. And man-made, it may be rigid boundary, it may be mobile boundary. It depends. Okay. Number four. Okay, based on cross section and slope. See, I think you heard about this term, prismatic and non-prismatic. Okay, see, your natural river is always non-prismatic. Okay, how? See, our slope of the channel is changing with respect to space. Okay, your width of the river is also changing with respect to space. That means if you consider upstream or in the hilly areas where you can see the width of the river is much smaller, okay, then when you travel towards downstream, you can see our width of the river is varying. Somewhere if it is 100, or I do one thing. I will take a map in the next class for you guys. So to explain what is prismatic and non-prismatic, okay, as a Google map where you can easily see how the width of the channel is varying with respect to space. Okay, so those prismatic means your cross section is constant. Suppose if you consider a pipe, so pipe is a prismatic. How the cross section of the pipe is remains constant throughout. Okay, so non-prismatic where your cross section is varying with respect to space as well as with respect to time. Okay, so these are the four types of open channel. Okay, first one is based on man-made or not. Second one is based on shape of the channel. Third one is boundary characteristics, that is rigid boundary or mobile boundary. And the last one is based on cross section, that is your prismatic or non-prismatic. So next topic is type of open channel flow. I think these things you have already studied. Steady flow, unsteady flow. Do you want me to explain again about steady flow and unsteady flow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, fine. I think those things you have already studied, but still, I'll give you an overview. Okay. So it is very difficult here. Okay, our meeting will be end up in 5 minutes. Okay. So what we do, we will continue in the next class. Okay. The types of open channel flow. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Because it will be ending up in 5 minutes. And Tasi, I think you have recorded that attendance, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. You just
Okay,
WhatsApp me after the class.
sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
thank you very
Okay,
much.
sir.
Thank you,
Okay,
Thank,
sir.
sir.
thank you,
Thank
sir.
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you.